Hi guys, I am Amira, the lawyer blogger behind asoftguru.com, and I'm so excited to feature and talk to Chris today. He's from Canada and he is my VIP Legal Bundle customer. So let's find out what he has to say about my legal templates. Hi Chris, how are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you, Amira. How are you today?
Good. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your business.
Sure. So I've been blogging for about a bit over 2 years now. I'm originally from Australia and I moved to Canada. And when I moved to Canada, I decided to start working for myself. So I decided to start blogging and seeing if I could make a living from that. And it took me about 18 months to get full time, but now I've been full time for about 6 months. And I have 4 blogs, so it's kind of a lot to handle. I use your legal templates across all 4 of the blogs.
Wow, you're such a busy guy. I love your accent, by the way. So tell us, like, how did you hear about me or discover my legal templates?
So I actually had heard about you a long time ago, even before I started my first ever blog. I listened to an interview that you had with, I think it was the Create and Go people, and I bookmarked it because I went, this lady's smart. I'm going to need her at some point, and I bookmarked it, and then I reached a point. I started blogging, and I wasn't thinking about any of the legal issues. And then when I started making money, I started kind of getting a little bit sort of thinking, well, am I really protecting myself? Am I doing the right things? So I dug up that bookmark that I had of you, and that's how I sort of finally came back to you and sort of went, okay, now I need some of Amira's help to make sure that I'm on sort of good legal footing.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I'm so glad you found me. Now, I know that you have my VIP legal bundle. So, talk to me a little bit more about why did you need the legal templates in the first place for your business?
The way I make a lot of my money is through affiliate marketing. And I was thinking through the implications of recommending products to other people and whether there would be legal implications behind that. And that's sort of when I went down the rabbit hole of thinking, well, what should I be doing and am I doing the right thing by myself and by my business for the long term to protect it? So that's how I ended up with your legal bundle, because I was just trying to find someone to sort of give me guidance on the right thing to do. And you have such clear guidance with your 3 core templates. That was sort of the entryway to kind of going, oh, here's someone who is a blogger and she actually understands that what I'm doing and what my needs are. And and you were so educational about it and made it easy for me to understand. So that's kind of how I ended up down finding you specifically.
Yeah, it helps, doesn't it? When I'm a lawyer, but I'm also a blogger and entrepreneur, so I totally get it where you're coming from. And talking about that, like, tell me a little bit about like why did you decide to purchase from me versus you could have gotten the templates from anyone else, right?
Well, to be honest, I tried many other ways. Was I copied a legal template from someone else's website, which looking back, I'm like, Chris, like you should never have done that. But
Yeah.
I did that first, and then I went and I bought a well, it was sort of a pay by the month legal template, and I still sort of had that sense inside of me that I was like, this isn't really made for me. I don't think there were lots of things about drop shipping and things in there, and I thought this is more for e-commerce
Yeah.
websites. So when I came to you, I knew that you were a blogger and I knew that you did affiliate marketing. So I had that connection that you actually understood what my needs were, as opposed to the free legal templates or the ones that I paid for that seemed to just not be right for bloggers specifically.
Yeah, no, I love your honesty and thank you for letting us know about that because a lot of people make the mistake of like getting a free legal template or even a paid one, like you said, if it's not from the right company or right person, then you don't know that if it contains all the legal provisions in there to kind of cover your bases. What about like free legal templates? Tell us like your reasons for not trusting them.
I felt that yours were a lot more comprehensive than that. So that I was using a free one at one point, and it had none of the provisions for Canada, for example.
Mhm.
Because I'm based in Canada, my business based out of British Columbia, so I need that Canada clause in the privacy policy. And when I came across yours, it just seemed so much more comprehensive than those free ones. There was actually, there was instructions. If you're in United States, keep this section. If you're in Canada, include this section. So that step through of exactly what you need to include. Firstly, it was educational for me, so I knew what was actually in there. I wasn't just putting something up that I had no idea what it was. And secondly, it just felt so much more comprehensive than anything else that I'd come across.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with free legal templates. Unfortunately, they are very deficient and they have loopholes, and that's the big thing about them, that they're not comprehensive. So now, talking about the templates in the VIP legal bundle, like how have they helped you, or how will they help you in the future? Like, tell me a little bit more about your experience with them.
Okay, so with the VIP legal bundle, that's sort of the ones, that was the core package of 3 that I originally got, and then I've upgraded now to the package. Is it 16 in the
Yes,
VIP?
16
Yeah.
different templates and 16 bonuses.
Yeah, and I've already, so one of them was the LLC operating agreement. I instantly printed that out and I signed it and I did everything with that to help me with sort of my operating agreement with my company.
Mhm.
And then I've come across sort of the freelancer agreement. So now I'm going to start making sure that with all of my freelancers that I have them signing that agreement. So for that VIP one, it feels to me as if it's like a database that I have that I can go to whenever I need. And you've covered so many different eventualities like coaching. If I start an affiliate program, anything down the track, I know now that I've got a folder on my computer with all of these legal templates that I can use ready to go for, as my business expands, I've got those legal protections behind me.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you will need, as like you just said, as your business grows, you will need additional like legal contracts in place to kind of cover different aspects of your business, like affiliate program template if you have an affiliate program, coaching agreement if you're providing coaching services, or consulting agreement if you're a consultant for a company. So different contracts depending on, different things that you're offering or providing. Now, Chris, like, talk to me about a little bit about the use of the templates. Like, how long did it take you? Are they easy? Are they difficult to implement?
No, they're super easy to implement. So essentially, when you open them, there are just clear instructions exactly what you need to do, and I really appreciated that there was even explanations of how that you could customize them for yourself. So there was one section for, I think it was in the terms of use, where there was a highlighted section and it said, here are some examples of how you can alternate it for your own personal needs, so that I could essentially make it specific for my websites. And as I said, I've got 4 websites, and across those websites, they're all worded a little bit differently based upon your instructions on, this website's in this niche. So I'm going to change the wording a little bit to make sure that it covers me in that niche as opposed to the niche in my first website. So yeah, I really liked that it was very clear, and it probably took me maybe 15 minutes to put all 3 of the core templates up: the disclaimer, the terms of use, and the privacy policy. It was very stress-free. As soon as I put it up, there was a lot of stress off my shoulders, which was amazing. And that's what I was looking for. I was looking for templates that would just make me sort of that worry go away, because when I used the free templates and when I used that one that I was paying for, but it didn't seem right for me, I still, after I put them up, felt a bit worried. There was still a little bit of anxiety that I wasn't doing the right thing. So buying the templates off you was a lot of it had to do with just like lifting that anxiety, because I knew I was getting the right thing from someone who understood my needs.
Yeah, no, that's so wonderful to hear, because that's exactly why I created them, right? To take away that overwhelm and worry and stress and all that. In the end, Chris, is there anything that you would love to share with our viewers that are watching and that might be interested in purchasing the VIP bundle or just any of my legal bundles in general?
Yeah, what I would say is do it sooner than you think you should. um, I think I left it too late, and if I could tell myself 2 years ago, I would have said, like, mate, take this seriously, put those legal documents up at the start, and set yourself on good foundations from the beginning. So that would be sort of my number one piece of advice. And then for the VIP templates, those additional ones, as I said, that it's an awesome database that you can sort of keep for whenever you need it. So I would recommend both of them if you've got the money. It feels really worthwhile to me.